Guys, I hope that all of you are doing great. Now, what causes this crypto or the Bitcoin bear market and the bull market? You must have heard this particular term, and in the simple terms, the bear market is the market where the price keeps on declining and it just goes dormant for a significant period of time. Within the bull market, what happens? The price significantly starts moving up, jumping up. As it goes with the stock market, similarly, it applies to the crypto market. With the crypto market, it's far more volatile than the stock markets. So, we are going to discover what exactly happens during this bull market, what causes this, and during the bear market. And then we are going to analyze the current situation with the so much of the volatility that we are seeing in the Bitcoin, and especially right now as I'm shooting this particular video, it is sitting roughly plus minus at $38,000, 38 to $37,000, and definitely people must be wondering, like, how do you know when the bear market starts, when the bull market starts? What are the scenarios, what are the conditions? So let us jump onto what exactly happens. First of all, we need to understand what is a bull market. By the way, guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do ensure that you hit the subscribe button. This channel will be everything about how do we grow your finances. The goal of this channel is to provide financial freedom to all. These days, very much we are covering the crypto. In the future, we'll be covering the metaverse. That's where the big buck is. The big companies are entering, like Microsoft, and Google is entering into it, and the Nike, you name it, the Facebook changed entire company to Meta. So obviously that is where the big buck is. You want to be updated into the biggest money making opportunity with the metaverse in the future, we will be updating on this channel. So please do ensure that you hit the subscribe button if you have not already. So what is the bull market? As I already described, the bull market is when the prices start going up, when the market starts joining in, when the retail investors join in, when the institutional investors join in. Why? Because they all speculate that the price of the respective stock or the crypto is gonna keep going up. So there is a great sentiment within the market. Okay, the price is going to go up, I'm going to invest and I'm going to cash out high. And when the other people see, okay, the price is jumping up, everyone starts to join the bandwagon. Just the way, like, you might have seen the Bitcoin news this particular year when it crossed that $20,000 mark and then $30,000 mark. The news got spread into the entire world. The whole of retail investors, in fact, the new people start joining in. That's where the big money started flowing in, further causing the uprise. So it goes for a significant period of time, and that's when the peak comes, like a lot of big investors or institutional investors take the profit, sell it off, and that is why the crash happens. And sometimes, like, some of the good news also, like, happen to cause the bull market. Let's say the MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor bought like $650 million Bitcoin, 70,000 Bitcoin, and that is a kind of a good news. A big reliable investor or institutional investor investing into Bitcoin, that creates a positive news in the market, the sentiment. And let's say the Bloomberg analyst, like, predicted the Bitcoin to be reaching $150,000. All these great people, like the people with the great reputations, form the good image that cause a great sentiment, and then the investors start jumping in, and it carries on for a sustained period of time. So that is where the bull market happens. Then comes, what is the bear market? And by the way, guys, why do you call this a bull market? Because the fighting style of a bull is that it uses its horns to actually attack things upwards, push things upwards. So similarly, the bull market means taking it upward, and definitely that is why the bull's fighting style is associated with it. Now the bear market, obviously the name comes the bear market because while trying to fight, the bear tries to push down the opponent, and that is how, like, the prices, I mean, as per the name suggests, the prices within the bear market keep on going down and down. It's like a dormant market. Money comes out of the market. The investors start fearing that, okay, the price is going to go further down, there is no good news, the sentiments are not good around, the economic conditions are not good, some of the banning has happened, and I mean, a lot of negative sentiments, probably a huge amount of unemployment rate happening, or probably the COVID situation, the COVID crash, big crash happened. And before that, like, somebody calling, let's say, the Bitcoin as scam. To 2017 crash happened, everyone was calling it as scam, and even the big investors like Warren Buffett calling like Bitcoin has no use, 2018 completely dormant, price goes ups and downs, ups and downs, but it is like far below the highs of the bull market. That is how the bear market is judged, where people want to remain out of it. In fact, when investors see the price falling down, the other investors, it becomes a cascading effect. Like they want to pull the money out, they want to take the money out from the Bitcoin, unless until they have a different plans that, okay, I'm going to just take the money out temporarily and then I'm going to buy back when the price goes further lower, so that I increase the number of Bitcoin. I'm gonna just see how low it goes and then I'm going to buy back. So a lot of factor comes within the stock market, as it is highly stable. It is from a long duration of time and so many huge number of people already there. It is not that much volatile and it lasts for a long period of time. But for the Bitcoin and the crypto market, it is like still under $2 trillion approximately, the entire market. So that is why huge volatility happens within the bull market, huge price jump. Within the bear market, the price decrement is also really high, because less number of investors can influence the price as well. So these are the basic definitions of the bear market and the bull market. Now let us try to see like what are the environments of the bull market versus bear market. So some of the environments, if you want to compare, let's say within the bull market, what happened, probably the employment rate is very high, there is a great economic condition happening, the good news coming from the analyst. Let's say the Goldman Sachs predicted a great thing about the Bitcoin and the Ethereum. The Bloomberg analyst predicted the Bitcoin going a lot higher. Michael Saylor predicting Bitcoin to be going $1 million in crypto. He said he changed his view because this is a great digital asset. Now all these conditions combined, given the external financial market, the S&P 500 is going good and there is a great sentiment within the market, as well as the good news coming in and price are jumping in, and that's when the price jumps in, the entire retail means the normal people through the media listen to it and they don't want to miss the trail, and that is when they also enter into the respective market and the price starts surging really high. And within the cryptocurrency market, something amazing happens, like the huge surge happens. The lower the market capitalization, the bigger the uptrend happens for a particular crypto. And within the bear market, similarly, like what happens, just because like some of the bad news has happened. Let's say, like, to give you an example, in May of 2021 last year, when the Bitcoin rallied up to $64,000, there was like a series of bad news. One of them was like Elon Musk will not be accepting Bitcoin anymore. Now what happens with such kind of bad news? Because the investors already know this bad news is going to create a negative sentiment and the other people are going to sell it, and then I'm going to be at the loss. So what happens, these investors are very much attentive to all the news, so they want to be selling first. The moment something like Elon Musk saying, okay, I don't want to be accepting Bitcoin anymore, probably in May 2021, what happens, people rush that, okay, I want to be selling first, right? I want to be selling first because I don't want to be selling at the bottom and somebody dumping onto me. So this happens, like a lot of people simultaneously starts to sell, and when the price keeps on going down, even the other retail investor starts panic selling, keeps on going further up, further down, and then for like a couple of months it remained like that, even though the entire cycle was the bull cycle. 2021, it happened after the final halving. Then what happens, people are scared to get into the bear market. Okay, what if the price further falls down? Like the fear index increases within the market. There is a lot of uncertainty. So with all that things happening, and another example could be probably in 2017 when the big crash happened, like from $20,000, because it was a really new kind of an asset and less market capitalization. Obviously, like one big sell-off could spike the value to 50% down, and then similarly further down happen, and then that's when like people were scared. Like people saw price dropping down from $20,000, like $19,000 peak to $3,000. That is something like people completely lost hope in Bitcoin, that what if I invest into it and then my price is like, it is eventually going to go to zero. That's what a lot of people were saying. People are scared to invest into the money into the respective market, and it goes on for a sustained period of time until like the sentiment start changing, the trends start changing. So these are the conditions, guys. You need to see around what is happening, and these are the factors which actually caused the bull market and bear market. That is the reason, like the big news are very, very important on the Twitter, on the Google alerts and stuff. Now let us try to see the current situation, because right now we were just analyzing what happens within the bull market and bear market. Now within the current situation as of now, the video I'm recording, the price just crashed down yesterday up to 13%, like from $43,000 up till $37,700. Right now sitting approximately at $37 to $38 to $39,000. And a lot of people are bearish, and in fact this is a bearish kind of a scenario. The big crash has already happened, like from $69,000 to $58,000, and then $58,000 to $53,000, and then the big crash happened up till $41,000, which bounced back to $47,000, and then it reached back to $50,000, and then further crashed down to $43,000, and then right now it is back into $37,000. So a lot of people will be bearish because of the price action. But we have to understand the bigger picture as well. The S&P 500 dropped like 10%. That is the reason, like Bitcoin definitely has to follow some S&P 500. The big crash is going to happen with that. But try to see the bigger picture. What is happening with the Bitcoin? Like, is it as skeptical? People are as skeptical of the Bitcoin as in 2018 when the crash happened, when people were like, okay, this is worthless kind of an asset. You should not even own one Bitcoin. And right now the big institutions want to own. The country El Salvador has made it a legal tender. A lot of other countries are trying to see through how they can implement the policy around the cryptocurrency. With something like this, and then the metaverse is completely coming up in the future, cryptocurrency will be very much part of it, and then the NFT market having completely big boom happening. And within the metaverse, what kind of companies are entering? Like the Microsoft is entering into the metaverse gaming. Google is already entering into the crypto stuff. Like Google will be allowing the Bitcoin stuff, like a lot of things. Twitter is engaging into that. Facebook entirely changed its name to Meta, the complete metaverse. The kind of sentiments that is happening, the mass adoption is going to happen for the Bitcoin in the future. And when the network adoption is growing at such a fast rate, definitely, like if somebody dumps like 100,000 Bitcoin, the price is going to crash, and definitely the sentiments are going to get weak. But how do you prevent from the mass network adoption that is already happening in the world with the Bitcoin, with the entire, and guys, if I talk about the Bitcoin, that simply means I'm talking about the entire market. The entire market follows. If Bitcoin crashes, the entire market crashes. So with all that said, guys, try to think. I personally feel, yes, there might be further fluctuations, but the future is very, very, very bright for the Bitcoin. And I would not want to hold back. If I've already like sold the Bitcoin earlier, taken the profits, and then like my crypto, I've sold it earlier and then wait for the crash and then taken profits earlier, I'll wait further, so that maybe further dip happens and I'm going to buy at a much lower and cheaper price. But if let's say I'm already in red, I already bought it high and I'm already down, let's say 30%, 40%, right? There is no point of selling right now. Maybe another 10%, 20% down you might be seeing in your portfolio, another 20%, even another 30% down. But the chances are like the 10% down, and then eventually you might get a bounce back. So you cannot time the market. You never know when actually it might recover. So always, like, we end up panic buying and panic selling, which shouldn't be the case. So the time to actually sell is when the peak is happening, when you're making the profit. That is the time to actually sell it and take the profits out. But normally we do not happen to follow that. So that is the thing, guys. Overall, I'm bullish, and price may be down, the technical analysis and everything may be down, but you see the entire condition, the entirety, the network adoption happening of a technology of the like of crypto. Never have we seen something like this before. So definitely this is one of the factors we all need to assess. So thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in to the video. I hope you liked it. Kindly comment down below for any of the questions that you may have, any of the points that you want to make, as well as do ensure hit the subscribe button, like this video for the YouTube algorithm. Also comment down below, guys. Please do ensure that you comment down below. I read all the comments that you guys make, and it'll be great to see as a community what are your thoughts onto this. Also join our Discord server, that is the community, and early joiners, I'll be making them founders, and we'll be having like a lot of crypto discussions on there, and you can ask me personal questions inside the Discord. So guys, thanks a lot again, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video.